The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. If you enjoy our work, please like, comment, subscribe, and follow the links in the description. Thanks for your support, and enjoy.
Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucci, joined, as always, by a certified G and a bona fide stud.
You can't teach that.
His name is The Boy.
Hey.
Uh,
Never until right before you have to say something, huh?
I honestly started thinking about it during the main event and was like, I got nothing.
I want to tell you this. Every time you start the podcast, I know we would just, restart again and re-record, but every time, I know exactly how much dead time you leave for editing before we start talking, and I have the strongest urge just to do something right as you're about to start talking, or maybe like the second after.
Yeah, if it was good, I'd leave it on tape. You guys know that. Ultimo Dragon, look in your heart of hearts. We're talking about WWE Battleground, and not for fucking long.
Yeah, no, it's, look, the traditional two nerds spoiler review of Battleground, if you come here for your reviews before you watch the show for some reason, it was good. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Just hands down, far and away, good pay-per-view, solid work, solid matches, one weird segment.
Which I can assume, based on, our tenure, that means people assume that some weirdos came in from left field and won something.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns won and beat all of his opposition and made them suck his dick.
It's more Roman Reigns won and made the internet sad.
And, gosh, what else makes me happy? Thumbtacks.
Yes. Blood, thumbtacks.
There is a small amount of blood. No thumbtacks. Thumbtacks were mentioned.
Strangely, only in the women's matches.
Yeah. Both of the ladies' matches, somebody had a busted lip. But I digress. Let's get into it here. The pre-show we didn't watch.
Because why would we? The first show of the actual wrestling program was Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks and a surprise entrant who was, as I kind of honestly figured before the show, because, it's perfect, but I didn't want to say anything because I figured I'd jinx it because it's too good. It's too good booking for the WWE. They actually did it. It was Bayley, and I was super happy.
Yep, so I got to open the pay-per-view by chanting to my living room and no one else in particular, Bayley's gonna hug you. This was a really tight match. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was solid tag work and there was a lot of, really good back and forth. No real story to speak of, aside from your standard one tag team partner gets their ass kicked, then you have some hot tags back and forth.
I think a lot of the story to it was the build toward the finish because, you've been wondering this whole time how they were going to screw the faces out of a victory.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
No, Sasha Banks, bank statement, Charlotte tapped. 1, 2, 3, done.
Yeah, and that jumps up Sasha in the eyes of the fans that don't already know who she is by showing, she's way better than established talent Natalya. And, hey, we needed a good face win over Charlotte, like a real solid one, because that gimmick went on a little too long. Makes sense now, but we still went on a little too long.
Yeah, definitely correct.
I like the showing from Dana Brooke. I like how much they sold her as being a monster. By they, I mean Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Yeah, they really sold her as strong as fuck. And not like Roman Reigns, lol. Like, actually physically powerful.
Yeah, that was nice. It was a good contest.
There's not really much more to say about it. It's just solid work. I really like all the talent in the ring. So, Dana Brooke, she's not hateful. I don't dislike her, but she has.
I thought she was good in the ring.
She was good. Not the best wrestler, but a solid performer. She was she had a really solid intrinsic grasp of ring psychology. I say that because I know she hasn't been wrestling long.
Not terribly.
So she had a really solid grasp of ring psychology of how to tell a good story, and I was impressed.
Next contest had an interesting build. I haven't been watching the show until the SmackDown with the draft that we recorded for you guys. But the Wyatt family versus the New Day, very interesting build.
Very
cool stuff.
cool build. Very good build in that, one, it was the New Day, and they take the piss out of everybody. And that's really not a great thing to do to the Wyatts, given, their previous record. So they helped undercut that by having one member of the New Day, Xavier Woods specifically, really take them seriously. And not be willing to make jokes and no, you guys don't understand. The Wyatts are fucking dangerous. And that was really good build. And they were doing this thing where Bray Wyatt was ensorceling Xavier Woods. Every time they locked eyes, Xavier would slowly just become under his spell. It was very, very cool, very interesting. They apparently had a fight in the swamp.
Yeah, it was a good excuse to have a cool street fight. Just a cooler version of a street fight. Instead of what they used to do in the 90s and 2000s, where it was, we're going to have us a swampland street fight, and it was just in the parking lot like always.
Oh, but this was in some fucking muddy field somewhere.
That was pretty cool.
And the New Day done went down to the wrong neighborhood.
But yeah, I dug it a lot. I dug the build. Match was good.
Match was solid. The story of the match was really Xavier Woods going to be able to overcome and fight the New Day? Or fight the New Day, fight the Wyatts. This is actually the first match in 8 months I've seen the New Day fight that I didn't want them to win. I was really pulling for the Wyatts. They could definitely use a win. And the New Day could more than afford to give them one.
Especially since the titles were on the line.
So I was really heavily pulling for them, and it was weird not to be rooting for the New Day.
I was rooting for a good match, and they did that by keeping Braun Strowman largely out of it.
When he was there, he was a big, and he'd punch, and he lift very good.
Bray Wyatt was on point. He was psycho crazy guy as usual, and all the New Day were as good as they ever are, which is to say amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed this contest.
The finish was really cool. They had Xavier Woods overcome the weird ensorcelment, but it was not enough. Bray still hit him with Sister Abigail and won the match. So Bray got a win. They did a really solid payoff to a little understory they were doing. It sold the Wyatt family. Didn't do anything to harm the New Day at all.
No, yeah,
this was just solid work all around. Really good booking.
Clean split.
Yeah, clean split. Really good booking. Really good work. Really good actual match. A+, really.
I do want to point one thing out that was in the build-up to this match, and in the package that was shown. Y'all laugh at me for talking about Eric Rowan's juicy booty.
The New Day noticed Eric Rowan's juicy booty.
They had some butt padding when they were pretending to be Eric Rowan, and I got a giggle. Had me a laugh.
Because they noticed the hardest working booty in wrestling.
Shit, yeah. Natalya tried tonight. She tried very hard, but
her booty worked real hard.
It did, but it did not. Eric Rowan, top class. Anyhow, next match is actually for a title, United States Championship. That would be Zack Ryder versus Rusev.
Yeah, again, solid work, solid match. It's real life in 2016, and Zack Ryder's getting a push. A really decent one. That's surprising. That will remain surprising for some time. Lana, looking amazing as always.
Yeah. No, she had a little separate entrance, and that was pretty cool. I kind of thought she was going to sing the national anthem for a second and trick us with a different one, but that didn't happen. So, but I think she was just getting heat over the DC crowd. But it was a good match. What can one say about Rusev versus Zack Ryder as a contest of athleticism?
Both are solid athletes.
I did like the finish where Zack Ryder almost broke out of the accolade, and then Rusev was like, "Not today," and
because that's a feather in your cap. Because to date, has anyone actually broken out of it?
I think one person did, and I don't remember who it was.
But that's still quite a feather in your cap.
It might have been Jack Swagger.
Something like that. Very, very, good way to push Zack Ryder as a legit talent, but still keep the title on Rusev and let him build some heat back up on it, which is good.
Yeah, Rusev's a spectacular wrestler. He's an excellent personality.
And now he's on the other show from John Cena.
Yes, which could not do better things for him. I will say the post-match was it?
The guy Zack Ryder teamed with when he was NXT getting revamped
Mojo Rawley.
Came out to stop Rusev from a post-match beatdown. Mojo Rawley's on the same show as Rusev.
Yeah,
Zack Ryder isn't. So they were just transferring that heat over so they can continue.
I got it. I've been hearing so much about this guy, and he's not really.
Well, you haven't seen him wrestle yet.
I've seen a couple of his moves, I guess. I don't know. His name is really weird.
I'm not going to dispute that. It is a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Next
Match of the night.
Yeah, I'd
say so.
And that's tough because there's a lot of good matches.
Yeah, that tag match was really good.
That Wyatt's New Day match.
Was also really good. Yeah.
The main event was real fucking solid. I would say Cena and Enzo and Cass versus the Club actually wasn't that great a match.
It was fun.
It was fun though. So, but like in terms of actual best match of the night, I don't really think there's a contest. I think it is Zayn Owens.
Yeah, they had to have 2 resets after that. I mean.
Yeah, it took 2 whole matches. Well, most of one match, a whole match and most of another, for them to for the crowd to even give a fuck anymore.
And those boys went for almost 20 minutes. I mean,
and you could tell like it was they actually had a little more time than the main event, and it didn't. There was no point that match slowed down.
No.
The match was like they did work in some slower stuff because that's how wrestling works, but it didn't feel like it. The match felt fucking bell-to-bell action, and it was amazing work. It was
still different.
Fucking ridiculous.
Because we've seen these guys wrestle how many times, but it's not John
At least
Cena,
40
Randy
or 50
Orton.
at this point.
It still felt different. It still felt new. I love Sami Zayn being made of pure rubber. I love that his opponents will beat the shit out of him, and he never stops. To be
honest with you, Sami Zayn is as good at selling as Evan Bourne was.
Right.
But they're pushing him, though.
Yeah.
That's so surprising.
I think the crowd is just so much more behind Sami Zayn than they ever were for Evan Bourne, and I think even Dolph Ziggler. As popular as Dolph Ziggler is, he's got an IWC presence, and obviously the crowd likes him, but, like, Sami Zayn has something you can chant.
Hey, man, never underestimate the applicability of something you can fucking chant. The fans love to chant, okay?
How you doing?
And they love to chant, and he has a song. He can be Fandango, only, like, way better.
His gimmick is, I do a dance.
His gimmick is I'm a ska guy. I like ska. That's my whole gimmick is I like ska. Pretty much everything about ska, I like it. It's good. Also, I'm a fucking amazing wrestler. These two are basically unconnected.
I thought Kevin Owens' mouth work in the ring was great.
It always is.
I mean, yeah, it always is, but he was fucking...
Again, like, I'm willing to eat crow on this one. This guy, Kevin Owens, has pretty firmly won me over by this point. I did not start out a big fan of him, but, like, he's just such a good heel.
Yeah, he is.
And
really is.
Once he stopped being, like, the unstoppable bully heel, and you actually let him undercut with some, like, good old heel hateability, he's just so good. He's so good at making a crowd hate him. And making a crowd want to see him get his ass kicked.
Sure.
So thoroughly. And after that, he's an amazing in-ring talent.
Yeah, he's very good at what he does. I had a point I wanted to make, but I'm really fucking tired, listeners, so I kind of just lost it. It was very salient, too. I'm sure it'll come back to me right around the 3-on-3 match.
Probably.
But Sami Zayn went over, great ending spot, 2 hell of a kicks, and I don't look at me like that. It is fucking not pronounced Talufa.
Dude, I know.
He gave me the side eye.
The side eye was from how much you said that, and then like I could feel your hatred for how the WWE pronounces it.
And like I don't know, suplexed him a million times. I mean, it was good, but yeah. Then we moved on to your first reset match,
which was Natalya versus Becky Lynch. Not a bad match.
No, it's okay.
Nothing to sneeze at.
I would have liked to see Becky get a little more offense. I think she's a really good personality, and I think she's struggling to get over because she doesn't have the space to work.
And she has charisma, but she came in with, like, Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. So...
I mean, even Bayley out charisma.
Okay, dude, Bayley out charismas all of the others. Bayley is ridiculous. Her gimmick's dumb, and everyone loves her. Bayley has amazing, just star power.
Oh, yeah.
Sasha Banks is cooler, but Bayley has more star power.
Yeah.
But Becky Lynch is a quality talent. She's got a nice long career. That's just, unless something bad happens, and I hope it doesn't, she's got a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
I really like her steampunk look.
Steampunk. I dig it.
Natalya fucking looks really cool. I like her, this heel incarnation of her.
Yeah, it's a good way to go. I'm glad she doesn't fart anymore.
What?
For a long time, her gimmick was farting.
Wait, you're fucking with me, right?
I am not fucking with you. Google it.
No! I don't want to. I will take your... I will trust you because I'd rather not know the truth. You know what? Move on. I don't...
Natalya won that match by submission. Went full heel. Great stuff. The next contest... You know what? I'm going to let Boy introduce this one.
Okay. Alright. I've made no secret to the Two Nerds podcast that I like The Miz. I think he's a quality heel. I've thought that for years. He's good at what he does. He's good at being hated. He's decent in the ring. He's nothing like world. He's not going to set the world on fire as an in-ring talent, but he's good at making an audience connect with the face. Not even so much good at being hated in the ring, although he's amazing at being hated out of the ring. He's good at being just enough of a D-bag to make the audience really want the face to win. Whereas Kevin Owens, you want to see him get his ass kicked. The Miz, you really just want to see whoever he's fighting beat him. Even if it's by a roll-up, you don't care. You just don't want the Miz to win. And it's really quality work. He also had, like... Okay, I have like a weakness for Plague Doctor's masks. I think they're really fucking cool. Fucking go watch the show. The Miz's entrance attire is the coolest fucking outfit. It's the coolest fucking outfit I have ever seen him wear. It is one of the coolest outfits I have seen anyone wear to a wrestling ring in a long fucking time. And that's a good segue into something I actually came up during the night. The very first match of the night, I actually said, Sasha Banks and Charlotte and all those people came out, and I was like, you know what they don't do anymore? Like, because Sasha Banks had like a cool outfit on that seemed different than her normal outfit, and I was like, they never really do cool like pay-per-view attires for dudes. It's really fallen out of favor, and I really like that sucks. I'd rather have the cool pay-per-view attires. That's a really cool part of wrestling, like Macho Man style. You pointed out that Macho Man was really the last sort of
the last big one, yeah.
Who did that a lot.
After that, it came
and then they did it like fucking 7 times tonight. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. There was some cool stuff going on.
One of them being the Miz had a fucking amazing outfit. I want that coat. That coat is the coolest fucking thing.
This match, by the way, is Darren Young with Bob Backlund versus The Miz with Maurice for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, that's what the match. Well, what existed of the match was. The match was nothing special. The match was.
I mean, it was okay. I would have liked to see. This ended in double disqualification, which I didn't find out until I started reading this Wikipedia article.
Because
it just sort of stopped.
Like essentially, the ref just got tired of their bullshit and threw the match out. Bob Backlund tried and failed to take off his shirt at one point. Like, failed utterly.
Whatever. I mean, it was entertaining, but it was like.
It was weird.
If you weren't going to do a regular match, why did you put it on the card? What does this get over? What does this prove? And at least have The Miz win.
Well, because they wrestled basically an entire match before that is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, have The Miz win. Have Darren Young win, but, like...
Have somebody win.
Have somebody win the fucking match.
Or have Miz make the elective decision, as he was teasing, to just leave. To just grab his title and walk the fuck away.
Whack Darren Young with a fucking chair. Just DQ himself. whatever. If you want to end it by DQ, have someone make that decision to end it by DQ. Don't have it end because, I don't know, they weren't playing by the rules enough for the referee's preference. It was a dumb finish. To a mediocre match.
To a title match. Like, that's the part that bothers me. If this were just like a grudge match or something, fine.
Who gives a shit? Yeah, but, like, also these guys are on separate shows. Like, Darren Young.
Yeah, like, all of the excitement of, who's going to take the title, gone.
It just goes to SmackDown. And then they're on separate shows, so you can't build from this. You can't be like, well, they never really settled their score. They never really decided a winner there. Have them go on to the next pay-per-view. Nope, they're on separate shows now. The fuck. Anyway, it's about the 3-on-3 match. You got that point back?
Nah, man, Kevin Owens, he's just got a big meaty pudge face, and I liked him.
Yeah, like he's good. Sami Zayn also good. Did we tell? Yeah, we told them who won that match, right? We didn't forget that.
Yeah, no, I went over. Yeah, it's just fucking God. No, I don't remember. Like, it was something that happened in the match. I really liked it, and like it made me smile, have a smiley, but I don't know what it was now. This match, however, was decided in the promo before the match.
The match was fun, nothing special. The promo was fucking nuclear fire. It was grand. It was so grand that, like, Enzo Amore cut such an amazing promo that John Cena held his hand up in victory after he was done with it.
Yeah.
And then Cass came up and just completely deadpan said, "What? Everyone hear it for Enzo. That was amazing."
Oh man, I like the New Age Outlaws, and here they are again.
They made them again. They made them again, you guys.
This is the 2016 New Age Outlaws, and I'm not mad at it.
They shrunk the Road Dogg and gave all that extra meat to Billy Gunn.
Yeah. Fuck it. And they wrestle better, so...
Yeah, they wrestle way better.
Well, I don't know about Cass. He doesn't do much except for throw Enzo around.
He's a decent wrestler. Decent power guy.
Like,
he is a power wrestler, but he's good at what he does.
I mean, like, I don't know if you know this, listener, but Billy Gunn's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Please judge me in the comments section. Like and subscribe also. But you always giggle when I work that in. I appreciate that. That's makes me feel good. But
it's funny when you work it. You work it in a funny way.
I'm a smooth motherfucker. What can I say?
Well, I don't know about that.
Maybe it was Handsy Referee.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely Handsy Referee because he started petting them.
Yeah, and I really wanted to just like stick his fingers in Kevin Owens' mouth and be like, "You all right, buddy?"
The referees were fucking. They were a dream tonight.
Oh
they were amazing.
God. Everything's at the main event, but even then, when Seth picks up a chair in the main event, the referee's like, "Come on, guy."
Like the one in Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn was handsy, very touchy. He was petting them to make like he just started petting Kevin Owens' hair.
There were a couple matches where the referees were clearly biased, and they were like, "Don't do it, man."
The Natalia Becky Lynch match, the referee was very upset at them both the whole match because they just wouldn't. Guys, there are rules. Come on.
Shout out to the refs. But this match, our hero, Lord and Savior John Cena, teamed up with the 2016 New Age Outlaws.
And John Cena, who is known for being able to cut an amazing promo, didn't actually say anything pre-match. He just acted as their hype man.
Yeah.
Just like walking back and forth, stunned, jumping up and down, pointing every burn they sent out, and it was amazing.
Altogether, he really didn't do much in the match proper either.
No, I mean, he eventually took the win, because, yay, of course he was gonna. Over AJ Styles, with an attitude adjustment, shut the fuck up.
The second rope.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Get out, go home.
Yeah, an attitude adjustment off the second rope where AJ Styles decided it was time to break his fucking knee off.
AJ Styles over-rotated. He over-rotated at the end of that attitude adjustment. He didn't splay out. He didn't fall correctly. He over-rotated and landed on his ass and knee.
This is the thing. This is why I don't like AJ Styles.
It made the move look kind of bad.
Sure.
2, it made the move hurt way fucking worse than it otherwise would have, because I guarantee that hurt like a bitch.
AJ Styles is a far more talented Alicia Fox. Which is to say, when you watch an Alicia Fox match, you go, oh no, oh god, who's going to die? And then when a match goes by where no one dies and she doesn't fuck up all of her moves ever, you're like, oh good, what a relief. A regular wrestling match occurred instead of the murder. And when you watch an AJ Styles match, I will tell you the split is different, the percentage-wise, but it's always, oh no, oh my god, who gonna die? Who AJ Styles gonna kill? If it be himself, is it be someone else?
It's usually himself, to be honest.
I mean...
Unless it involves the Styles Clash, which I've bitched long and loud about on the Two Notes podcast. I'm going to do it again. It's the worst fucking finish. It's the worst finisher. It looks dumb. It doesn't look impactful. It's hard to do on anyone who's even remotely bigger than him.
Poor Triangle Cena. He
keeps almost dying.
Yeah.
You have to take it the wrong way from every other wrestling move, so it fucks with everyone who takes its instincts, and if you take it wrong, you get fucked up. Like, it's not where if you take, look, real talk, you take an F5 wrong, it's not the biggest deal in the world. You've fallen from approximately 6 feet onto the mat. Unless you land with literally one arm fully extended and locked into place.
Or if you land, like, directly on your fucking face.
Like, those are the only, like, if you don't take a Styles Clash in the exact way you're supposed to, it is really easy to get really fucked up really, really badly. I do not like that fucking move.
Enzo Amore took one, and I swear he shoved his little ponytail thing, his rat tail, directly into AJ Styles' ass, craning his neck so he didn't fucking die.
And Cena, there's only so much Cena can do. He's made of meat muscle, and he's like 2 AJ Styles. And that's the other thing. It looks stupid when he does it to anyone bigger than him. The one he did to Cass, I saw it in the package, looked fucking amazing. Looked the best Styles Clash I've ever seen, which is to say mediocre.
And Cass is tall, but he's not
No, I'm sorry. I switched to Enzo.
Oh.
He did it to Enzo. And Enzo's smaller than him, so it worked. If he does it to anyone remotely bigger than him, it looks ridiculous. Now that I'm done bitching about AJ Styles' finisher, which I will always hate. I will always hate it.
I did notice something while you were talking, and a comment I made. John Cena, he's made of triangles.
Right.
And AJ Styles has his pee-pee gloves. So in this sense, Triangle Man beat Particle Man. All praise to Beach Triangle Man. Enzo Amore actually won this contest before it started by, or maybe it was Big Cass, saying that AJ Styles had soccer mom hair.
Yeah, it was Big Cass said.
Big Cass, yeah.
AJ Styles, you got your soccer mom hair.
And that's it. You either cut your fucking hair or now you're a soccer mom.
Because the fans
latched onto it immediately.
Yeah, it was soccer mom.
Like something The Rock said.
Mom. It was boots to asses. It was Cena's lady parts. It was you're fucked. Cut your fucking hair. Cut your dumb haircut. Because if you don't, congratulations, you now have a what chant. You didn't want it, but you have it. Every time you talk, soccer mom. Every time you try and do something cool, soccer mom. Even the people who like you will do it because it's funny, and Enzo said it.
Yeah.
Soccer mom, AJ, cut your stupid hair.
Like, I don't mind long hair on a fella. I got no problem with Big Cass. I myself have had long hair rather frequently. I just think AJ Styles looks like a doofington.
Because he looks like a fucking soccer mom. Cass really nailed it. He has the I'd like to speak to your manager haircut.
Yeah, he does. He does want to talk to my manager. And you know why he wants to talk to my manager? Because his unruly child, Carl Anderson, fucked something up and he doesn't want to be blamed for it. Carl Anderson, I don't like you. We didn't know what to say about Carl Anderson, 2 pay-per-views ago?
Now we know what to say. We don't like you.
He's just regular awful.
He's just not good.
And he's like, his timing is awful in everything.
He says hi-ya.
When he does his little kick.
Hi-ya.
I mean, like, you're not cool.
Bitch, this is not the Karate Kid.
If
you do not say hi-ya.
If Enzo said that, if Cass said that, if the New Day said that, that's fine. You're not any of those guys. You're a big, bad, tough guy.
If Xavier Woods kicks someone in the face and goes, hi-ya, then it's clear he's doing a meme. If Enzo does it, whatever. I mean, it's no weirder than any of the other shit Enzo does.
Sometimes Enzo turns sideways and just jiggles.
You're supposed to be a big... That's really all he's doing.
I'm so impressed by it, though.
You're supposed to be a big, mean... Basically a big, mean biker, man. Because your entire gimmick is based off Japanese motorcycle clubs, you fucking idiot.
There was also a point where he was supposed to drag AJ Styles out of the ring for a pinfall thing. Or John Cena, I forget. Somebody. He was dragging somebody out of the ring.
He was dragging John Cena off AJ.
And the dumb motherfucker's big bald head was like in the shot. There was no surprise to it. It's like, oh, there, Carl Anderson. He is going to drag that man off that man.
He's clearly
This
waiting.
pinfall will not go down.
He's clearly waiting until the pinfall hits 2 to do it for some reason.
And like the cameraman was like,
dude,
no.
come on! He like tried to lift.
Stop.
He tried to lift it up out of so that the head didn't show up, and the dude like stood up so he remained in the frame.
Damn, Carl Anderson, you're so fucking lame. Like, even in the video package, you know, they had that thing where AJ was like, what are we going to do tonight, guys? We're going to beat up John Cena. And he gives it to fucking Gallows, and Gallows is like, we're going to beat up John Cena. And he gives it to fucking, no, he says, what are we going to do tonight, Gallows? And Gallows says, beat up John Cena. And he gives it to Carl, and Carl's like, we're going to beat up John Cena.
Like, come on, dude. Come on.
Be cool for half a fucking second.
You're so lame. You're so aggressively lame, and like... I'm sure you're a fine wrestler, but you're not WWE main event talent. You aren't. I'm sorry. Get out.
And like, let him serve some time in NXT.
Yeah, maybe you'll get better. Hey, shit, dude. Serve some time in the undercard. It worked for Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett used to be actively fucking terrible. Now he's too good for the WWE.
He's taken his ball and gone home. He has donated the remainder of his ears to, what's that guy's name?
Neville?
Neville, yeah. And there you go. Bye-bye, Wade Barrett. As we said before, John Cena wins. Lol. And I do indeed lol all the way to the bank. Cthulhu bless America. And all the little children. And soldiers.
And whatever else it is that keeps John Cena popular.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Towels. Pabst.
I'm pretty sure not Pabst.
That's what his shirt. It's John Cena Pabst.
Yeah, but like,
so, you know,
he's had like lots of shirts.
Yeah, I suppose. Nintendo also, I guess. Fucking whatever. And praise be to our savior John Cena.
Praise be to new merch.
Defeater of AJ Styles.
So then you had the main event.
No. I think you're forgetting Viper's Pit.
Oh God, fucking.
This is the weirdest fucking piece of promo.
Side note, I didn't react well enough to that. Solid bands, sir.
Thank you.
Solid bands.
So Jericho comes out and he's doing his fucking Jeritron shtick.
He's doing his current I'm a weird, crazy asshole heel.
Like, he's at the same time better than you, beyond reproach, despite the frequent times it is proven that he is completely within reproach, rich, and yet also loved by the fans.
For some reason, even though he's being a complete tool bucket.
I guess it's just on sheer Chris Jericho power. And like...
because he has charisma to spare.
Oh god, yeah. He made some of the worst lines work just through that promo. Like, big stupid jerk, was that it? No, stupid idiot.
Stupid.
He called
He has made stupid idiot a meme. He has made stupid... he said that to, like, every opponent in, like, the last 6 months.
I mean, like, come on. Chrissy Jams.
You stupid idiot.
Like,
he's a good heel, but it's fucking weird. I think it's too high concept.
I think it is.
It's too high concept a heel gimmick.
It's like you're sitting around eating popcorn, and then one of the kernels is, like, not actually popcorn, but it's, like, a flavored carved soap, and you're supposed to eat it, but it is also soap. And you eat it, and you're like, I don't understand fully what happened. I was eating popcorn, and then this occurred. As awkward as that metaphor was, that was the promo.
It was. All right. Complete side note. Let's all take a minute to mourn for Randy Orton.
I'm gonna miss you, Snake Daddy.
Because he's a dead man. He's a genuinely dead human. He has ceased to be. He is an ex-Viper. Brock Lesnar's going to fucking kill you. He is not a man who takes jokes at his expense well. He is not a man with a large temper. He is a man who is capable of fucking you up to an amazing degree. And you made a joke about something he's very sensitive about.
Yeah.
To be fair, Completely fair. Top fucking Bance, you fucking legend.
Fucking,
I hope it was worth it.
he dropped the mic afterward, literally. Like, extended his arm, looked at the audience, and let go of the mic, like so much Voldemort and his wand.
Because he deserved to. Because it was something along the lines of, he's going to suplex me a bunch, 18, 19, 20 times maybe. That's how many suplexes it takes to get to Suplex City? Because it only takes one RKO to get to Viperville. Side note, Viperville, medium Bance, pretty good. Then he leans in. No enhancement required. And the whole audience basically did the oh!
There were literally guys jumping around and pointing. There were hype men within the audience that were so hype over that.
Because it's wrecked. 420 wrecked, no scope, you're done. You can't come back from that. If this was a war of words, Brock Lesnar, you lose. Because holy shit, top fucking class. Unfortunately, Brock Lesnar's not a man who does a war of words. He's a man who lets you say words, and then he fucking kills you. I saw that UFC match. It did not go well for that man.
But, you know, I mean, I'm glad Randy Orton's back for now. And
until Brock Lesnar really does rip his arm off him and eat it.
It's not going to... He will eat but one of the snakes that Randy Orton is comprised of. Randy Orton will get another snake and thus have a new arm. He will have to re-tattoo it and be very upset.
Very inconvenient. Although seeing him with just the one tattoo sleeve for a while will give me flashbacks.
What's up, Randy Orton there? He's, especially with his beard shaved.
Yeah.
It's he's face Randy Orton right now. That's weird. Like pure face.
Face Randy Orton usually has a beard though. Face Randy Orton has a beard.
Lately, yeah.
Heel Randy Orton has no beard and no hair. Face Randy Orton has very short hair and a very short beard. It's when he shaves completely that the pure evil in him is no longer contained within his friendly facial hair.
Yeah, I like Randy Orton. I like Randy Orton because he spikes the camera. I like Randy Orton because he talks to the crowd. I like Randy Orton because I'm pretty sure he believes he's a snake. Or many snakes. And I like Randy Orton because, as you may remember, listener, if you've listened to our old WWE podcast, he listens to me. I'm the voices in his head. I've told him to do the most ridiculous shit, and he's done it. There was one time when he had a guy in like a crossface sort of hold, and I said, bite that man, and he did. He beat that man.
I remember that.
There was one time when he was in another hold,
so happy.
And I said, wiggle out Randy Orton and put him in your own hold, and he did exactly that thing.
You were so happy the day he bit someone for you.
I was. I love that he's made of snakes.
Randy Orton's an amazing talent. He's the best he's ever been. The match will be good, and he's gonna get injured. Brock Lesnar will at the very least throw him one potato salad. But all of that aside, Randy Orton wins. I'm gonna be mad though.
Yeah, that's not a good decision.
But moving on.
Yeah, let's move on to our main event, which is the Shield versus the Shield.
Yeah, it's the Shield triple threat that everyone's been waiting so long for. This was, if Zayn Owens wasn't on the card, this would be match of the night. This was a really good match, and they kept me guessing. I did not know who was going to win that match until the very end, right before the pinfall. Like, okay, cool, he's going to win now, and then he did. I didn't know who was going to win this match. I had no idea the whole time. They kept me guessing. They did a lot of really cool spots. They did the Shield triple powerbomb with Dean and Seth working together to powerbomb Roman this time, and that was cool. They sold Seth as calculating and intelligent and schemey, maximum scheme. He was Draco Malfoy at his best. They sold Roman as a fucking warrior king. He was sold as being clearly the strongest person in the match, clearly the biggest threat. They sold Dean as being just 1,000,000% unable to give up and completely unpredictable. Everyone was sold well. Everything was done well. And the finish was damn surprising. I'm very happy with this match.
It's okay. I thought it was good.
Really? You didn't like it?
I didn't say I didn't like it. What did I just say? I said it was okay and I thought it was good.
Like, okay is not liked it. Okay
I wasn't super hyped. Like, okay, as happy
as I was because I like all these talents.
Yeah, as happy as I am to have Seth Rollins back because...
CrossFit Jesus.
I'm just, like, I like having him around. I think he's got a lot of potential, and I don't think he's fulfilling it right now with his current gimmick. even though he's up in the main event. Whatever. I mean, I'm not the guy booking the card, so it is what it is. I think he's a great wrestler. I like Dean Ambrose in theory and sometimes in practice. But sometimes I really don't like him in practice. So it really just depends on which Waffle House I'm walking into.
Fair.
And I am expressly neutral on Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Whereas I like all these talents.
He's a good worker. He's good enough worker, but he's not, I don't know. He lacks charisma for me. And he can't say anybody else's words but his own, and even his own aren't the best or the wisest.
His own words are great promos for a heel.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you let Roman Reigns go heel and give him an open mic, I think you'd have fire on your hands. But you're not gonna.
So this match was like, yeah, this is nice, but I wasn't hype.
Whereas I love the Shield. I loved them when they were around. I really like all these talents separately. I think two of the three of them haven't been booked the best since then. And I think this is a really good opportunity, splitting them up, getting them away from each other, at least putting one on a different show, and an opportunity to clear them away. And now that I think about it, the finish is actually also a great opportunity to help with that. Because you have... Dean eventually goes over, which is a surprise. He's the one guy I didn't... I was wondering whether it was going to be Seth or Roman. I did not think it was going to be Dean. And it was, and I'm very happy about that. Gives SmackDown some cachet, puts the world title on their show. More importantly, so long as they play their cards right, gives the opportunity to get Roman Reigns away from the world title, which will probably do a fair amount to calm the fans' tits about him. They're never going to like him, but they might stop actively despising him.
I think this match, he wasn't like... I mean, he got boos and chants, but like any heel wrestler gets. It wasn't that sort of X-Pac heat he's been dealing with for the last 6 months.
No, that's cleared itself up.
Yeah.
I was worried the suspension would bring it back.
Sure.
But it was... And the match was good. A lot of good spots. Not a whole lot to say about it, really.
There's not a lot to say about this pay-per-view. I'm surprised we've gone on as long as we have, honestly. I think we made a lot of bread out of very few ingredients. But I had a fun time watching the show. I think you guys had a fun time watching the show, too.
Yeah, definitely. There's not really much else to say, is there?
There's going to be another pay-per-view in 2 weeks, as I understand it.
Is SummerSlam really 2 weeks?
I don't know. Like, I've heard that they're going to do
mid-August. Look, if there's look, I'm watching SummerSlam next. If there's something in between this and SummerSlam, I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I got other shit to do.
Yeah, we've got.
I got other shit to do. Sorry, that's not happening. I'll let you know right now. There, cleared that right up. Next pay-per-view I'm watching from WWE is SummerSlam.
Going forward, however, yeah, we're not sure exactly which side's pay-per-views we're going to watch.
Because they're going to be splitting them up.
From what we've heard. So that remains to be seen, but we will be coming back to talk to you about wrestling. We have at least one podcast still chilling in the bin for you.
Should be fun. Everything's better when nerds talk about it.
Segue.
Fuck it, let's get hard.